I think someone asked me why I never clean my room before I start to film. And the answer is it's because I'm very lazy. With my alternative black girl tag video. Okay, now I'm ready. Alright. So I have the questions on my phone now. But question 1. How did you know you were different? If you hear noise, it's my sister. She's sick and she's getting medicine from the cabinet. Go to her. Okay. How did you know you were different? I never really thought of myself as different. Like I didn't really think of myself as different when I was like in school. Okay, but yeah, I never really thought of myself as different. But I guess I started to realize I was different when people would be like, oh, have you heard this new song? And I would be like, no. When they'd be like, oh, you don't know who Lil Wayne is? And I'll be like, no. And I'll be like, do you listen, do you like 5 Seconds of Summer? Or do you like Bring Me the Horizon? Sorry, but it's too late. It's not worth saving, so come rain on the parade. And then they'd be like, what's that? And I'd be like, oh. And then they call it white people music, and I'd be like, oh my god. And that's when I was like, I guess I'm different. So I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. I don't really care. Whatever. Question number 2 is, do people judge you? Yes, obviously people are gonna judge me. I'm pretty sure one of my, I don't even know if we're good friends or close friends or whatever I want to call her, because she doesn't like labels or whatever, but I guess my good friend that I have now, she said that the first thing she said when she looked at me was, what black girl dyes her hair? And I was like, well, you see, you lucky you're open-minded, because if you weren't, you would have lost a really good friend. But yeah, now we're friends and we're cool and we like talk every night. But yeah, that's besides the point. But obviously people judge me. My cousins will pull up to my house and they'll be like, why do you have some piercings in your nose? Or I'll walk on the street and someone will be like, oh, you look like a bull. Why do you have that thing in your nose? Or I'll be at the bus stop and someone will question why my hair is that color, or why I dress like that, or if I come from a white girl town and I'm like, oh, please stop. It's really, really annoying. If you see someone alternative on the street, just leave them alone. They don't want to be harassed by you. Please. Please. Question 4. What did your family think? Okay, well, there's like 2 different reactions. My mom and dad stood together, by the way, but yeah, there were like 2 different reactions. In the beginning, it kind of flipped. My mom was like, oh, that's just Roche. Cool, whatever. My dad was like, oh, you're a devil worshiper. Oh, thanks, Dad. But then everything kind of switched because I started to dress different in middle school. So I was like 12 and now I'm about to be 16. So, you know, everything kind of like flipped because I've been this way for 4 years now. So I think they've kind of realized that this is who I am and this is who I'm probably always going to be. Not probably, I'm probably always going to be like this. I like tattoos, I like piercings. I plan to get many more when I'm older, but I think they just came to realize that this is Roche, this is who she is, and we have to accept it. My dad, he saw that my ears were getting bigger because I am on an ear stretching journey, and he saw that my ears were getting bigger, and he just was like, how do you fit that in your ear? And I was like, oh, you stretch your ears. And he was like, oh, as long as it makes you happy. And that was like the best moment of my life. And another moment was when my mom was like, you know what, Roche, you're old enough to make your own decisions now. Whatever you want to do with your hair, you can do with your hair. And right when she said that, I shaved my head. But yeah, so my parents don't really care anymore. But of course my cousins still comment on my piercings and my ears and my hair and why I dress like this, and I'm like, how do you remain true to yourself? I think this is like a loaded, difficult question to answer because there really isn't any remaining. Like, obviously there's going to be outside influences that are going to be like, oh, you need to stop dressing like this, you need to stop listening to this music, but I'm just who I am. So I just think to myself, I like what I like. I don't really like label myself anything unless like someone like really wants to know, that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm alternative, whatever. But if it's like, I feel like I'm way too close, but like if it's like whatever, someone's like, oh, like a close friend or anything, I'd be like, I'm not anything, I'm just Roche. I like every type of music. I like reggae, I like rap, I like pop, I like pop punk, I like rock, I like heavy metal, I like metalcore, I like all these different things, and that's just who I am. So I guess remaining true to myself comes from just being myself. Like, I know that sounds like dumb, like how do you remain true to yourself? Be yourself. Like, there isn't really an answer to that question. It's just know who you are, accept it, and move on. That's it. Who inspires you? Okay, my inspirations when I was in middle school was Drew Disaster, and I don't know, she was always my big inspiration. I was like, oh my god, I really want to be like her. Oh my god, she's so great. And that's why I wanted snake bites for like a long time. But she's not really my inspiration anymore. I kind of got over her because sorry Drew, but she's just like, I don't know. I just like, it was middle school and I was like, okay, I still watch her sometimes though. But now like my biggest inspiration I would have to say is Hello Chalet. She's a really small YouTuber, so you guys should definitely check her out. But I'm in love with her. She's just great. She's quirky, she's funny, she's kind, she speaks out against certain things. I've noticed on her Instagram. I follow her on Snapchat. She's great, and if she's watching this, that would just like make my day. So probably gonna try to tag her in this somehow. But I really love Hello Chalet, and she's probably my biggest inspiration right now. I'm just like inspired by everything: nature, music, TV, art. Art is a great deal of inspiration, and Afropunk. They inspire me a lot too, because there's such a huge community of people who are alternative, but still accept and love. Well, not accept because whatever, but you love your black heritage and your black culture, and Afropunk is also a huge part of who I am right now. So props to them as well. Question 7 and the last question. What does your boyfriend think of the way you dress? Your boyfriend or your spouse? I'm single right now. But when I was with someone, they didn't really have a problem with it because they were also a little bit alternative. I know I dyed their hair half red, half black. And we weren't even like the alternative couple. We were just like ourselves, so they didn't really care. They're like, oh, that's cool, you listen to that. We would swap music choices and stuff like that. We had like the same interests going on, which is why I think we worked so well for a while before things went down. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, and if I do get someone else, if I date someone else, I probably will, obviously, but when I do date someone else, I don't have to have the same interests as them. We could be broadly different, and as long as they accept me who I am, I will love them just the same. We don't have to have the same anything. I feel like opposites attract, and yeah, but that's it. And I don't know what to say after this. Yeah, that was my video. So if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be great. I will see you guys next time. Bye, red people. This one, oh my god, when I don't want to say white girl because that's gonna sound racist, but I'm gonna say it. When white girls say